Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is July 14th, and we are going to take a look at Tesla, Palantir, Rivian, Xpeng, NIO, Nvidia, PayPal, and some others from a technical analysis perspective. My goal in doing these videos is to help you understand how you can use technical analysis to make better trading and investing decisions. But I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your own research and make your own decisions. So Tesla is up $3.48. That's 1.25%, closed at 281.38. Post-market, we are down by 47 cents. Let's look at what we have here on our chart. Basically, we are cut into another congestion zone. This is getting clearer and clearer. So we are between 265.32 and 285. So there is a $20 gap right here. And look at this. I just added this horizontal resistance today. This is a horizontal resistance that was used in the past. This is not the first time that this number was used. So if we look at August 5th, 2022, August was used as a support right here. It was used as resistance a little bit, then used support again, resistance again. This is a number that was used, even if we go back to February of 2022, and also right here, you see here, October 15, 2021. So basically, this is not you. This is nothing new here. So stocks do stops like this. They are stopping at certain points. We are bouncing on 285, and we have the earnings call next Wednesday. So we are going to have three more candles before the earnings call. Then we are going to see what is going to happen. If we are going to break 285 and then break the multitude of resistance that the stock will have to break. It's still possible that it breaks it. If we have some super good news, this could be possible. And today we also went right smack on this bullish channel resistance, right smack on it. It cannot get better than this. Let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. So on the 1 hour chart, how did today work? So nice green candle during the first day, retested support on the second hour, and then boom, nice launched. Then this is the type of candle. When you see a candle like this, long wick at the top, long wick at the bottom, and a small body, this is an undecided candle. And this happens oftentimes when the stock has finished its move up and it's just waiting a little bit. And then the next hour, it came back down a little bit and then recovered. Still good stochastic, DMI, RSI, and MACD on the 1 hour chart. Let's go back to the daily chart and let's look at the indicators. So we have stochastic at 91. MACD, we still have the breakover bearish that's lingering on a little bit. RSI is good at 68 and DMI is also good. Yeah, Wednesday is going to be an important day, so we just have to wait for Wednesday to see any big move. Let's take a look at some Tesla news. So here we have market chatter mentioning that Tesla enters U.S. asset-backed securities market for first time in more than a year with a $1 billion prime auto lease transaction, Bloomberg reported, citing a person familiar with the matter. The electric vehicle maker is in the pre-marketing stage for the transaction, the person said. It marks its first asset-backed securities deal since securing blue chip status in March, according to the report. The company has not entered into the asset-backed securities market since September 2021, excluding the sale halted in March 2022. To be frank, this has to do with some financials. When Tesla is leasing a car, the leaser is making payments and everything. Tesla and any other car companies that do leases can get some net present value from those leases. So if you know anything more about that, please mention that in the comment section below. This will benefit everyone. So Tesla unveils V4 supercharger with credit card reader subsidy measure. So those V4 supercharger stations now include a credit card reader for the first time, which might open doors for state subsidies. So in March, we learned that Tesla might be walking away from a lot of California subsidy money, something almost unheard of from Tesla. In California, Tesla was in the running for $6 million in funding for 4 large supercharger stations with 420 charge points. The California Energy Commission's Clean Transportation Program, Rural Electric Vehicle Charging Program, this is crazy, was behind the funding. Now we learned that Tesla has given up on the 6 million subsidies because it does not want to comply with payment infrastructure requirements. So basically, they are being asked to have a payment system right on the supercharger. And based on this photo here, so maybe Tesla is going to cave in, add those credit card readers when it's required in order to get some subsidies. Yeah, I think it makes sense also since they are opening the supercharger network to other automakers. I think having a credit card reader might just simplify a bunch of things. So Tesla also launches electric ATV for kids in China after being banned for the dumbest reason in the US. This thread has a way with words. So it is equipped with a small 500 watt electric motor. That's pretty good. 288 watt hour battery pack capable of a top speed of 16 kilometers and a few miles of range. Tesla quickly sold out of the 5,000 units from the first batch, which were sold for $1,900 each. There was a recall on those because a complaint from a 36-year-old who got a bruise after falling while riding the children's toy. They should not have been on at all, but now Tesla is putting it back on sale in China. Let's now take a look at the VIX. Yeah, VIX is coming down again, so down 0.25 at 1333. It's a very low VIX, so this is fantastic for us. Rivian has a hard time breaking this 2565 right here. Broke it one day, then could not hold on to it. We still have a good stochastic and we are still making higher lows. There's some chance. There's a little bit of a chance that things continue. And we can also see that we could have, we could be into this triangle right here. Xpeng is really stabilizing here. So we seem to find support at 1353. We have stochastic is still good. So there's no need to panic here. NIO also pulling back a little bit. We have support at 1045, still a good stochastic. Palantir is caving in, so cannot break 1715 for good. Cannot break 1690, so we might be caving in a little bit. It looks like we are caving in. Let's look at this candle right here. When we have a long wick at the top right here, almost no wick at the bottom, this is showing that the sellers have won on that day. And now we have a continuation of that because we have a red candle. Nvidia went pretty high today. We went as high as 480. That's a lot of money. So, this was a nice play on the 1 hour chart, actually. This was a nice play. So now we are caving into the resistance, still made a higher low and made a higher high. And the volume is increasing also on in terms of the volume, we were decreasing and now we had a nice volume right here. And we are very close to, we have the MACD crossover right here. So maybe we are going to continue next week with Nvidia. PayPal, we had the buy signal yesterday. So yesterday was a buy signal. Today, it's still a nice day. We are down 29 cents. I closed at 72.10. It's not so bad. We still made it a higher low, made a higher high. Stochastic is still very good. QQQ, this is the first pullback after we have broken 372.62. Look at this perfection here. Perfection, we are right smack on the bullish channel resistance. So this is still doing good. Dow Jones is caving in again at 34,690. Break that resistance. And we could get a little bit more precise right here. This resistance at 34,690 was put there because of what happened in the past. But sometimes what is happening is that we can adjust it. This is why I sometimes do and often do a double resistance because look at this here. Perfectly touches these 3 points at 34,589. So basically, there's a historical resistance right there that's still valid. But the stock is doing something a little bit different short term. Stochastic is still good. S&P 500 going higher and higher. We are down 4.64, but we closed at 45.05 on SPX, but still made a higher high and a higher low. Nasdaq the same thing. Physical gold is caving into the downward resistance. could not break it today. Silver holding on quite well. So we are basically even Steven. We closed at 850. So this is a nice staying power. We went high, super fast, and we are maintaining ourselves there. That's impressive. We have this bullish channel resistance that is still in play, and we should do the bottom one right here. So this is the channel that we are in. Bitcoin is having a hard time breaking the 3938. And Ripple, okay, when you see a big candle like this, it's very dangerous to enter it. It's very dangerous to enter it afterwards because we could just have a move down like we are having right now, minus 12%. But we are having a pushback up here. So we have a long wick here. So we came down and we are bouncing, at least today, we are bouncing on this support right here. So maybe it won't go down that much. This remains to be seen. But just like we did with Nvidia when it launched like crazy last time, it just gapped up. And then we looked at it, and when we saw the right pattern, we could enter into it. This is what we need to do with Ripple 2. It needs to make a pattern. Right now, a candle or two does not make a pattern, but it needs to do something. And then when it makes the pattern and then there's a pattern break, then we can consider that a buy signal. And US dollar, I'm quite curious. US dollar is pulling back up a little bit, so closed at 99,931. And NIO battery material, it had a pretty good day in terms of the high, but it came back down, but it's still maintaining itself above 36 cents, and it's still part of this bullish channel. Let's give it time a little bit. Stochastic is still not good, but it's not ready to really launch. So maybe this is just speculation. I won't act on it. But maybe within a week, we could be having a launch a little bit, and then we would have to really wait for 40 cents to be sure. And then we could have a launch a little bit higher. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk on Monday, unless you are a member, in which case we are also going to talk on Sunday, where I do a Tesla weekly live, where we are going to look at all these stocks and indices from a weekly technical analysis perspective. And we have time to talk a little bit more. So have a great weekend, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.